it's for like tablets and phones and stuff
Yeah,
like that to kind
yeah.
of give you an extra boost.
What kind of laptop do you have?
Chromebook.
Okay. Yeah, I have a Mac, and it has all kind of weird ports. I don't forget. Maybe it's what you're talking about. I don't know. But yeah,
No,
I don't
I'm
think
not a Mac,
there's no
but
USB. Well,
the
I
C
mean
port
this.
the C port is pretty common now.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah,
Like that's what my charging port is as well. Is the C port
yeah.
the for the charger that comes with the stock. But yeah, I only got one classic USB, and that's why I had the split on it. And I think it was the split that was making it so bad. Like if I got a better split, that was a fucking one I got for free off Temu,
Yeah.
and who knows? That thing could have went bad. It could have been too much weight sitting on the USB port, and it loosened it on that. And then every time I touched my computer, it kind of wiggled it. Like it's 100 reasons. But
Yeah.
that was the other thing I was thinking about doing is because this is a hanging microphone. I was
Take care,
supposed to
Phoenix.
actually, I was actually supposed to hang it and do it right, but I never actually did it. I
Yeah.
have so many decent microphones, and yeah. See you later, Tiffany. Have a good night. But yeah, hopefully I can figure this mic situation out.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's what I've been goofing around with. And then I painted my room today so that I could, yeah, my walls were like yellow, and then I reorganized my wall a little bit and my table and all that stuff. I don't
That's
know. I think
cool.
it looks a little bit better,
Yeah.
starting to look a little bit better. But and then I tried to frame it around my screen where I
Oh,
usually keep my screen
yeah.
so that it would fit a little bit better. But
You had the fun
yeah,
shui
just
on
goofing
it, right?
around. What was that?
Fun shui.
Yeah, no feng shui. I didn't realize how many bongs I have. I have like 13 or
Oh,
something like that.
jeez.
13 bongs. Yeah.
Wow.
Like there's a 4 footer sitting back here that I've like that I never use anymore. Yeah. I've got like at least 12 on the table behind me. And then well, I just basically found all my glass that's sitting in my room.
Wow.
A lot of double bowls and fucking jackals and water pipes and a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's like way too much. Fucking $500 worth of glass
Yeah.
easily. I can pull this one out because I haven't used this one in a while. I like these a lot. The double bowls, so you can light them both at once.
Oh, okay.
They're nice. And then I can smoke flower again a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't smoke a lot of flower.
Man,
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I really screwed up today. I was supposed to go with a friend to court, and I was up really, really late with some guys on Discord discussing an issue, and it was like 3:30 before I got to sleep, and um, I was supposed to be at court at 8:30, and I just texted him. I'm like, I can't make it, dude. I didn't sleep. And then a lady I worked with, it was her memorial service today, and I totally forgot about it, and just I feel horrible.
Damn,
Oh
that's never good.
man,
That put anybody in a slump.
yeah. Well,
Oh,
dude,
well,
this is how
what are you doing tomorrow?
my daughter and her boyfriend are taking me out for breakfast. Uh,
Nice. Where are
I
you guys
wanted,
going? Like a
uh,
local place or big
yeah,
place?
there's
Big chain?
a local place called Antique Row Cafe, and dude, they got the best food, man. And it's one of those places they're only open till 2, so you know that they
Okay.
make a lot of money, and so the food must be good, right? And it's always packed. Um, the there's one waitress I don't care for, but the waiter and the other waitress are very, very good. Um, and I just
Yeah.
specifically asked for them, or I asked not to sit with the other lady. But yeah, it's an all around really great place, and it's one of those breakfast places that you walk into and you don't smell like syrup and you know It's like, you know what I'm saying? You ever walk into a place and you just smell food, like it, and it, like
Yeah, I
everything
used to work
smells
at a
like
breakfast
pancake
place.
syrup, and yeah, it's like,
I used to serve at a breakfast place.
yeah. But yeah, breakfast, man, that's the most profitable meal of the day, you know. So they just do breakfast and lunch and close at 2.
So from the time I was like 16 until about 18 or 19, um, I always did food service work.
Yeah,
I was always a server or a bartender or pizza maker, delivery driver, a lot of food service industry stuff when I was younger. And then around the time I turned 18, I was doing construction stuff at the same time and tree service stuff. And yeah, it was just constantly. And so when I was working for the breakfast place, that was like the worst place to work at because it is just constant fucking cleaning syrup off of tables. And it's
yeah,
one thing if the place like we took over, it was ours was similar to an and I think I worked at the IHOP for a little while. But yeah, it's multiple fucking flavors of syrup. So it's not just like, oh, you get a little syrup. No, these motherfuckers are trying out every flavor. They got
yeah,
to try the blueberry, the pecan, and I'm like, God damn it, it's everywhere, all night and all day. And it was a
yeah,
24-hour breakfast place too. So
yeah,
yeah, they did pies and pancakes, a bunch of
yeah.
pies and a bunch of pancakes.
Hey.
It's similar, kind of like it was like an IHOP and a Baker Square mixed together.
Oh, Baker Square. I used to like them.
Oh yeah,
And then,
fucking love Baker Square.
and I hate when you go into a place and stuff is sticky, like from syrup. It's just
Yeah,
nasty.
and that's why it was so well. And for me, the food service industry is just gross in general. Like I don't know if anybody's like worked around it in a while, but like when I was a busboy, motherfuckers were using the same rag to wipe down
Oh,
every
I
fucking
know.
table.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, and you just didn't want to know about it. Like, nobody wants to know about that shit. Like, it was always like that. Even when I went to restaurants and saw other busboys going around, they had one dirty ass rag that was flipped over their bin, and then they were collecting plates, and they wipe down with that same rag, and then they fucking throw it over their bin and go grab some more plates and do the same thing. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. That shit always grossed me out. And then when I realized that booths, the seats come off, that's when I was
Uh,
really grossed out.
I'm
That is the
sure.
grossest thing I've ever seen.
I'm sure.
Yeah, just never been a fan of working for customer. Like once I got into the bar industry, that was a lot better for me. I liked working because I live in a college town, so it was nice working at bars and dealing with college people all the time. When I was like 18 and 19, I was just constantly working at the bar. It was a good gimmick. I liked
Yeah,
it, and
yeah. I did.
I was hiring DJs and doing their entertainment side. It was when like Jersey Shore was big. It was like '08 when I
Yeah,
was working at the bar all the time. It was a while ago.
yeah. I worked in West Virginia. I worked at Hardee's for like a month before I moved out here. I just needed some money, so I didn't tell them I was moving. So I just
Where did you live
worked
at
for
the time?
West Virginia. So
You
I
and
worked.
Jiggle Pickles just have so much in common.
No,
I have a hard time passing it up.
she's from a different state. She's from Virginia.
Yeah, but she also worked at Hardee's.
Oh yeah.
So you guys,
So
I mean,
it's like,
come
it's
on.
like I worked I worked for 2 weeks and I gave my 2 week notice. So just to get some money to come out here, you know. And um,
Yeah.
when I came out here, I worked at Subway, but they only worked you 2 hour shifts. It was horrible. And then
Oh yeah. Some ways the work, and they have too many people on shift too.
well, back then it was one person during after
Oh,
the
good.
day shift. It was just one person, and you had to. Back then, the meat came. It came kind of not sliced like it like they can just put it on the sandwich. You had to weigh it out and wrap it beforehand, and they
Yeah,
expect you to
because
do all that.
they had the amount. Yeah, because they had the
Yeah,
amount set so that you were putting the exact amount that they already had prepped for you.
yeah, you had to do that. plus weight on people and cut vegetables all in 2 hours. It was like, how do you expect us to do this? You know, and it was
They
420.
probably expect the slow people to prep more, and but then you always end up with too much shit that's already prepped. Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, if you worked around dinner, there was a lot of people in line, and it was just,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
you
what I was
had,
saying. The shift right before dinner would usually prep for dinner, you'd assume, because it was a little slower then between
so
lunch and dinner.
anyway, then I got hired with, at a pizza place, and a Iranian dude ran it. And dude, you talk about a trip, man, when Boss Man was from West Virginia and trying to understand a dude from Iran. It was a trip, dude. I,
Yeah.
I had no idea what he was saying half the time.
What
God,
uh what did he only speak Iranian or
no, he spoke English, but like he told me one
oh,
time,
the accent was so heavy?
yeah, he's like, "Wait for me, it's pond water." Like,
Gotcha.
so I'm like standing there, and he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "You told me to wait for you." No, wait for me. Like, okay. And then he finally
No
got the
wait.
scale.
That means don't wait for me.
Yeah,
Duh.
he
Come
finally
on,
got
boss
this.
man.
He got the scale, and it meant weigh out 8 pounds of water. I'm
Oh,
like, yeah. I'm like, well, it'd probably be easier just to say a gallon because a gallon weighs eight
right.
pounds.
You say that's much easier.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know the conversion rates.
yeah. But yeah, it
They
was
go
tough,
on
man.
normal metric systems.
Yeah, one time he sent me to 7-Eleven to get Woodeman, and I'm like, what? And he says, Woodeman. I'm like, what? And he screams, Woodeman. I'm like, okay, okay. So I go down to 7-Eleven, and I'm like, do you have Woodeman? The guy's like, no. So I come back. I'm like, yeah, they don't have that. He's like, yes, they do. Woodeman, go back. So the guy, I said, dude, my boss swears that you have Woodeman. He's like, no. So I go back, and I said, dude, they don't have it. He goes, yes, they do. It's by the register. Woodeman A, Woodeman B, Woodeman C, vitamin is what he was saying. Dude, I was like, it was funny. Like now, people have to ask me to help, like translate people that speak broken English because I'm really good at it now. But back then, man, ooh, I had no clue.
Gonzo, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm standing next to a mountain. Okay, so let's interpret this, Jacob. I'm standing next to Brad. Chop it down with the edge of my hand.
I mean, karate chop Brad.
Yeah, karate chop Brad. There you go.
I'm a voodoo child. That just
Now,
are
are
you
we
just looking
talking
for
about
lines from music now?
Jimi Hendrix?
Are we playing charades right now, or is this? Can we just talk? 2 words. First, I'm a voodoo child. Oh, you want to talk to Jimmy Rizzo? Okay, I got you. Dude, whoever the fuck. All right, so I just went through and had to clear all my shit on YouTube. Somebody fucking blocked Jimmy Rizzo.
Oh, jeez.
Sons of bitches. Gosh, makes it hard for me when motherfuckers are going around blocking people.
There we go. Good job, boss man. Jimi Hendrix.
I knew what voodoo child was.
Man, it's crazy how, like, that band I sent you, Death, and then you had like Jimi Hendrix and so many good like rock bands that were, the members were black, and now there's nothing like that. It's like there's got to be some really good musicians that aren't white that are into like rock. Why don't they ever get together, or why don't they ever
You
get
know who
records?
one of the biggest one of the biggest black entertainers that's into rock music is?
Hmm.
Tech Nine.
Who?
Tech Nine. He's a speed
Yeah.
rapper. He
Yeah.
he does songs with like System of a Down or Slipknot or yeah, he'll do rock song like because he grew up listening to like he his music label is called Strange Music and it's based on like Jim Morrison's People Are Strange and that's like always what he's classified himself as and his name's Tech Nine because when he raps it sounds like a Tech Nine being shot.
Hmm. Interesting.
Take mods away. No, I don't. I wish I gotta watch it more, and so I can see when people are doing it. I don't pay attention enough to the chat, but once I open it up, then I can pay a little more attention. But there was only a few people on the list. There's a bunch of girls and Jimmy Rizzo. So I don't know.
So
I
a
was
bunch of
confused.
bitches, right?
Yeah, sure. I
Who would
mean, he
Jimmy?
did he did come on the first time. I don't remember if it was the first time I had him on in a while, but he did come on when Noelle was on and call her the hard R word.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I was like, I kicked him off immediately. I was like, I'm sorry. I don't, I'm not responsible for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got all mad because I was mad. It was a dick thing to do. But I don't remember the last time I talked to him. I know he did that, and I could easily see Canadian blocking him in the chat after that or somebody else. I don't know. Something apparently happened with Emily and Canadian, and now everybody's being weird. And Emily popped in earlier just to say that she was going to be leaving for a while. And then Herman popped in earlier to say he was taking the wrenches away from Emily and Canadian. And I was like,
Wow.
all right, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like,
Yeah.
y'all motherfuckers need to fill me in instead of just coming over here and dropping random
Yeah.
little eggs. Tell me what the fuck happened.
So not everyone on your channel has a wrench, right?
No, not everybody. Um, it's all people. I mean, there's probably some more I could go through, but there's only three. There's only three managing uh, mods.
Okay.
Everybody else, it's kind of just to make sure their comments go through. Like I've
Yeah.
talked to them before, and I don't want their comments getting blocked. So everybody's pretty much a managing mod, and then I mean, a standard mod, and then yeah, I think my only other mods are it's like Terry, Mud Rabbit, and somebody else. I don't know who.
Gonzo.
Maybe Andre. No, it's people that were around my channel when I started it.
Gonzo was there. You just didn't know it. Gonzo
Gonzo
was
wasn't there. Gonzo
Gonzo.
wasn't there. This is
Gonzo's
pre
everywhere.
Pena. No, nobody knew who I was. Because I remember the first time Pesci came on wasn't even like Pesci and Schmidt came on. I fucking hated Schmidt the day I met him. I fucking hated him. God, I thought he was such a dumbass. God, I don't know why. I just fucking hated him. I really liked Pesci, but I fucking hated Schmidt. Now I really like Schmidt. Schmidt's,
Yeah.
Schmidt's a cool guy. I like him, and I like that he's into conspiracies like me.